In the next few minutes, we are going to show you a breakthrough piece of technology that's allowing now hundreds of people to instantly outperform Wall Street's top traders, even though they know nothing about trading or don't have any experience about trading. And really what we're going to be showing you is a software that has artificial intelligence built into it. If you know anything about AI, it is changing the game, and it's changing the game for people in their personal finances. Now, we're actually here with Quicksilver, who is the inventor of this amazing piece of technology and is also one of the most brilliant traders that's on the planet today. And I want to tell you a bit about his story. I actually met Quicksilver over a round of golf here in South Florida. And when we started playing golf, I knew that there was something different about this guy, the way that his brain worked and the way that he viewed things. And I actually ended up finding out that he scored 182 on the IQ test, which was the 93rd highest IQ score on the planet. So obviously, what you're going to learn from this gentleman in just a few seconds, his brain works a lot different than the normal person's brain, or like my brain does. Essentially, Dave has a really interesting story. So, Dave, why don't you tell people really quickly about how you came to discover, trading first and your success in trading, then how this software came about?
Sure. I've been trading for a little over 20 years now. And over that time, it wasn't always easy at all. Mm-hmm. There have been losses and losses and losses that I took at the beginning in order to, I mentally I knew my system was good, mm-hmm. but it was lacking. It was lacking at the beginning. And after taking quite a few years of losses, mm-hmm. I actually got to the point where I said, you know what, this just, I've got to analyze things. So I eventually analyzed it, and it came up with a couple of additions to my algorithm. And after the first couple of years, I went 16 years in a row where I tripled my account every single month after that.
Now, hold on. I don't know if you guys heard that, but say that again.
For 16 years in a row, every month I've tripled my account. And the rationale, the whole thing that I've done with my trading system is I've tried to eliminate the best I possibly could the highest risk trades. And there were always a lot of different things within the market that were the same every time if you put them all together. And eventually I came up with a really great system.
Gotcha.
I started working, a friend of mine, Rob, called me up from Wall Street. He's a Wall Street trader. He works for a hedge fund. It was called Platinum Partners Hedge Fund. He calls me in and he said, Dave, I have an idea. Why don't you've traded for me. You've given me trades, and they're always working. I want to see if you wanted to come in and take a shot at this. So they put me in there with some small accounts at first, and I did what I did. I tripled my account. I tripled their account. Mm-hmm. And so then they put me in charge of the New York State Prison Pension Fund, which obviously it's an enormous account, hundreds of millions of dollars. And with that, and I don't know if you know the way hedge funds work, but hedge funds only guarantee a certain amount of money per month to its depositors, and we gave 20% a year to the hedge fund, and of course the hedge fund made the balance. Well, when we're tripling the account every month,
sure,
and we're only giving them 20% per year, clearly the hedge fund is making money.
Sure.
So after a while, I decided, you know what, I just want to do this on my own, take my own money. I think I have the ability to. I started feeling like, okay, I have an idea that we can reach masses and we can really help a lot of people, because if we're only giving 20% to the hedge fund, why not let the people trade their money and let them have the ability to make great money as well?
Sure.
That's a great idea, except in theory, I can't be trading for all of these people.
Right.
So clearly it came up with an idea, create an algorithmic software that uses an artificial intelligence to make smart trades. It's not going to get as many trades as a manual trading system, but it will weed out many, many, many of the trades that are suspect.
Sure.
And so that's where my thought came in. I was spending too much time sitting in front of a computer, not getting to play enough golf. not getting to go out and do the things I love to do.
Sure.
But now I have the ability to put something out there where the people can actually trade the same style that I do.
Right.
And without having to have any trading knowledge.
Sure. Amazing. So, and the amount of results that we're seeing, I mean, 780 and growing like crazy. That number of customers can't be wrong.
Right.
And if you're part of our results group, I mean, you just see the overwhelming testimonials of the results that the software is getting. So can we actually demonstrate to the people that are watching this video how this actually works in a live backtest?
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a backtest. This is the euro versus the US dollar, the most common pair in the Forex market. There's this is traded more than any other pair. So what we're going to do is we're going to run a test with $5,000, and it's going to be running for a 1-year period using actual live historic data. This is the real data in the market. The data in the market is actually, if you were to pause it and see the date and the time that it happened, you can go back into any historic company. If you went to NetDania or you went to Bloomberg and you went to go check the data out yourself, it would be the exact dollar amount of the trade at that time. So this is live data that we're going to be running. So what I'm going to do is run a $5,000 account on the euro US dollar for 1 year, going from September 1st, 2017 to September 1st, 2018, and see how it goes.
All right. Let's go ahead and click start. And what you guys are going to see here is in just a second, we're going to get a visualization of this actually happening. So the market's actually beginning to move, as you can see, and we're going to let this run, and we're actually going to fast forward it towards the end of the year. What's happened here on the podcast?
What happened is it basically went from $5,000 to $6,891.54. What that means is, it is a nice, that's a very nice return. But beyond what the return is, it goes far beyond that.
And so you guys have an idea, that was nearly a 38% return on investment in a year on one currency pair.
Absolutely.
And it'll trade a minimum of 5 currency pairs. That's what it's trading now. And
exactly.
There's a 6th one coming out and more
eventually. Exactly. So it's not trying to win you a fortune on every trade. It gets you small money on each trade. So on this $5,000 account, it may, it's trying to make about $66 on this trade. Now, what's amazing about it is not that it wins.
Yeah.
There are lots of traders that win, not necessarily as high a percentage, but they still win.
Yeah.
What makes this trader different than most is how it handles losses.
Sure.
Every trader loses. And what we try to do is, to give you an idea, Benjamin has an artificial intelligence in it that will make a determination early in the trade whether or not it's going your way or not going your way.
Right.
So what it's doing here is, as you can see at this point right here, it decides that it's not going to win. So it places a hedge trade at this position. So by doing that hedge, it takes the $130 loss, but at the exact same time, it takes $135.66 win. So it hedges the trade. So as this one's getting negative, this one's going positive, and when it reaches 0, it closes out the trade.
Amazing.
So as you're seeing, it's not killing you like it would on a normal on any other trader on the market. Here's one that this is an excellent decision. The artificial intelligence told us right here that it was not going to win this trade, so it made a hedge. It saw immediately that even the hedge wasn't going your way, so it made a second hedge, and it took a loss. It took a loss immediately on the trade of a $319 loss, a $43 loss, but it took a $310 gain. So it took a small loss overall, but it mitigated a lot of the loss and made it something very, very manageable.
Sure.
That isn't going to kill you in the end. Anybody can afford a couple dollar loss, and it's the same thing. There are multiple positions where it was doing the same thing: a 292 loss, a $32 loss, but then a $327 gain.
So
all
a lot
at the same time.
On a lot of the losses, and I've seen this from personal use, it actually will sometimes make you money, or it'll
break even,
mitigate the risk, or break even.
That's what the thought process behind the artificial intelligence is. I dedicated the time with the artificial intelligence to putting it on the losses. That's trades that weren't going as well as they should.
Sure.
And instead of focusing on getting into the trade, I want the AI to be able to say, hey, this is the optimal time to get out of this trade. This is the optimal time to try to break even and cut and run.
Sure.
The fact is that there's never going to be a trader on the market that wins 100% of the trades.
Right.
So that is what my thought was behind creating an AI on the losing.
So let's continue to see. So on the losing trades, we're seeing it break even, but the vast majority, if you keep scrolling down, the vast majority are going to win.
Yeah, it's going to win, on a bad month, and 80%. On a terrible month, it'll win 80%.
Right.
On good months, it'll win 90, 92, 93%. So, you're going to win a high percentage. And as you can see by these, all of these are all wins, as it's scrolling down, and I'm scrolling down really fast. There's one that was losing right here, but, a $356 loss, $36 loss, and then a $396 gain.
Right.
So even the losses on Benjamin over the course of this 1 year back test break even.
Sure.
So, there were a couple that had a couple dollar loss and a bunch that had a couple dollar wins, but they're going to more or less break even. So as you're going down, you see the same thing again. 356 loss, 36, $396 gain.
Right.
So over the course of the time, here's, just 169 loss, 173 gain.
Sure.
So each time it takes a loss, the computer and the AI is absolutely working to help you out.
Amazing. And so to put this into perspective, this one currency pair, Euro US dollar, has gained 37.8% in just a single year, which most people would die for this type of return. And you're not going to get that in the stock market, no mutual fund, no index fund. You're never going to see that. And this is just for one currency pair. It'll trade 5 to 6 currency pairs, so you guys start to do the math. And I want to make sure that you understand that this is not a get-rich-quick system. It's not something that's going to make you a millionaire overnight. But over time, yes, this is something that can grow your account substantially. And to give you an idea, if you go to any online compound interest calculator, you can put in the numbers like we'll put up on the screen right now. If you were to only get 10% per month, which is not even half of what we're showing that this software can do, if you only get 10% per month, and say you start an account with $5,000 at 10% per month, if you just let it sit there, and in 60 months or 5 years later, that same $5,000 turns into $1.5 million. Now, obviously, we're not saying that that's guaranteed to happen for you, but this is the story of Pete Patiku, who's one of the other co-owners of Silverstar Live. He started an account with $45,000, and he told me he never got returns of over about 10% in a month. And he grew his $45,000 account into $4.2 million. And this is the power of letting something like this work over time. It's just incredible. So if you're watching this video right now, we do have a special offer where you can get access to Benjamin and be one of the first people on the planet to use artificial intelligence to start growing your money like you've seen demonstrated here. And here's the offer that we have for you. Number one, you're gonna get access to the Benjamin software, which, to give you an idea, in the past, Quicksilver has sold similar services for $50,000 up front one time, and then $3,000 per month to manage it. So if we were to give you this at $3,000, you could see why this would be an amazing opportunity. But when you get started today, what we're also going to do is we're going to throw in a couple cool things to help you become successful. The first thing is we're going to throw in our VIP support and chat room where basically we have people working around the clock 24/7 that'll respond to you within a few minutes on live chat support to make sure that you have your software set up proper. If you have any troubleshooting issues, we'll be right there to make sure that we'll help you get this set up. This is a value of $197, which you're going to get free when you get started today. The second thing that we're going to throw in for people that get started today is we're actually going to allow you to team up with our Forex tax advisor guy who has years and years and years of experience, because the number one biggest expense that we all have in our lives over the course of our lives is always taxes. So when you begin making money, probably the question that you want to be asking yourself is, how do I save the most money, or how do I keep the most money? So we're actually going to pair you up with a Forex tax advisor who normally charges $300 per hour to sit and consult with them, that'll be able to be on your team. So when you do start making money, you'll know how to minimize the taxes. That's a $297 value that you're also going to get for free when you get started with the system with Benjamin. So again, that's the Benjamin software that you saw. You're going to get the VIP support and a tax advisor. That's a total value of $3,491. And to put this into perspective, if all this did was give you a safe but fast way that you could compound your money, I mean, would it be worth $3,491? Probably, right? And if all this was to do was to allow you to get rid of money stress, so you could stop worrying about money and you could start living, I mean, would it be worth $3,491? Probably, right? And if all this was to do was, if all this did was allow you to pay for your basic monthly expenses so you could actually quit your job and start doing the things that you like, I mean, would it be worth $3,491? Probably, right? And what would this actually be worth to you? You know, the end result of you being able to grow and compound your money over the years, what would that be worth to you? I mean, is that worth $3,000? Is that worth $5,000, $10,000? Is that worth more to you? You can see why people in the past have paid Quicksilver $50,000 up front and then $3,000 per month to manage it. But when you get started right now, we're not going to charge you that. In the future, we do plan on having a package that we will sell for $2,000 up front and then $500 per month to manage it. But because we're on a mission really to change the world, what we can do right now is you can get started for just $199 setup the first month and then $145 per month after that, which again is way less than you'll make in just a few days of trading. And the best part about it is, if you don't believe me or you don't believe Quicksilver or the hundreds and hundreds of testimonials that we have inside of a results group, you can actually take this software, you can try it. You go ahead, you sign up right now, you can go ahead and try it. You don't even have to run your risk with your own money. You can try it on a demo account, and if you're not thrilled with the results for whatever reason, just let us know, and within 7 days, we'll completely refund all of your money. So you actually risk nothing by getting started today, but you do risk a lot by not getting started today. So again, here's everything that you're gonna get. Number one, you're gonna get access to the Benjamin software, you're gonna get our VIP support, and you're also going to get access to our Forex tax advisor, a total value of $3,491, which you can get started right now for just $199 one time and then $145 per month after that. And the best part about it is, of course, you can try it for those 7 days, but also we have an awesome referral program where if you just refer 3 people to us, then we'll actually cover the cost of your software forever, so you can actually get this entire system for free forever. Now, I wanted to show you guys real life examples of people that have been using the software to show you what it could do for you.
Hey everybody, Tyler McKechnie here. I just want to come to you guys and show you 2 weeks of results using the Benjamin software. So I've been running it for about 2 weeks here, and you can see right here, we've actually been able to go ahead and get about a $980 profit. So I'm actually gonna flip the screen here so I can give you a better view. So these are all the trades the software has actually taken in the past 2 weeks. So you can actually see right there, 914, and you can see here we are, the last trade it took was on 10/2. So $982 so far in 2 weeks using the software hands-free. Absolutely incredible. I don't know where else you're gonna get results like this using, you know, a hands-free product. Highly recommend it and take a serious look.
Hi there, Susan Batchelder here. Just on the other side of this, I am going to show you, I'm going to do a screen share, and I'm going to show you how Benjamin, our artificial intelligence Forex trading software, created in my first 3 days $368.57. What you're seeing here on the screen is a screen capture from my MT5, and you can see that it's me, Susan Rose Batchelder, and you can see the dates over here. September 13th, so it was at the end of the day on the 13th when I started with the initial beta test with Benjamin, and you can see the dates here. It's through the 14th. That was Friday, so then we went over the weekend and through the 17th and first thing on the 18th. So this screen capture shows you the proof of profits, and you'll see proof here also, this initial loss of 66.95 that was on the AUD JPY pair. And since then, Benjamin has continued to do tremendous trading. Very impressive. He's very impressive.
So as you can see, there's just tons and tons of people that are using this software successfully. And I know a couple questions that people have is, you may be asking, hey, can I cancel at any time? And the answer is yes. There's no long-term commitments here. You just let us know. You can cancel at any time. And you may be thinking, do I need to have any prior trading experience? And the answer is no. Personally, I don't have much trading experience, and the vast majority of the people that are using the software have literally no trading experience whatsoever, yet they're able to successfully run this software. If you're outside of the United States, that doesn't matter. It's okay. This will run worldwide. And if you're thinking, hey, Adam, well, I don't know if I have the money for this. Well, here's the deal. You can get started with this entire system. You refer 3 people and you get your entire system and software for free for life. So there's no excuse. So what you need to do right now is there should be a button below on this page where you can click it. You can go ahead and register as a customer, and we look forward to having you part of Silver Star Live.